A couple last minute things here. Just as an FYI, not all plants do photosynthesis the same because different plants have different needs depending on where they live. Most of the plants that you and I talk about are what are called C3 plants, where if you look back at that Calvin cycle picture, they build this C3 molecule first. So that is why they're called C3 plants. But other plants that live in weird places on Earth have to combat basically evaporation. And when it's really hot and really dry, even though water is an ingredient and necessary for plant growth and for photosynthesis, if it's really hot, they tend to lose the water a lot. So how they lose that water, in this picture here, these are plant cells. They're kind of squarish. And then this is the little nucleus there. But over here, you see this situation going on. These are called guard cells. There's actually two cells that are called guard cells. And they open and close. And if you can barely see it in the middle here, there's like an open space. That is the stomata. Okay, so that is the opening where oxygen, stomata, where oxygen gets out, CO2 goes in. But sometimes when it's really hot, accidentally water can evaporate out of the stomata. And we have a name for that. It's called transpiration. So it's basically plants sweating, like when it's really hot and dry. It's called transpiration. It's their version of evaporation. So some plants have to modify the Calvin cycle in order to combat this process. Like a cactus, for example, they keep their stomata closed all day long because that's, of course, the hottest part of the day when there'd be the most transpiration. So it's just a way for them to conserve water. It just changes how they build the sugar. Like the Calvin cycle is modified a little bit, but at the end of the day, basically, they end up producing the same glucose molecule. Okay, the last slide here is just a reminder that we'll be journeying into the mitochondria next, and a lot of the same terms are going to be used in that state as well. Okay, that I think is the end of photosynthesis. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know, but you'll be hearing from me again soon to talk a little bit about respiration. So I'm going to give you some things to work on and look at until we meet again. If we meet again, I sure hope we do. But for now, this is a good start. And there's a ton of resources online of other teachers probably explaining this better or in different ways to help you. So I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to you soon.